Hi creative friends, this is Freya and thank you so much for being here. So I let this completely dry and I can't tell you how pleased I am with the additional collage that I put on the page. Now I think this is a good illustration of how collage can either be integrated into the page and become part of the substrate, or it can sit on top of the page and be an addition to the substrate, so it's almost like a 3D effect. But I want to show you here how this got integrated. So I'm going to bring this up closer. Now, this part over here is just a page that was in a cheap line composition notebook that I had written over, and then I dipped it in tea. And I think it actually got stuck onto another piece of collage. So when I pulled it up, parts of the paper became really, really thin, which actually kind of makes it like blend into the page. So if you, I'm going to bring it up really close. So if you can see, it's not sitting on top of the page. It's like become a part of the substrate. Like you can't even tell that it's collage. So I really am loving this. Whereas like if I look on say like over here, for instance, so this is sitting on top of the page. And I don't know if the camera can pick up on that, but this part over here is handmade paper, and it is not integrated into the page. It's kind of sitting on top of it. So yeah, you can use collage in so many different ways. Anyways, you guys, I was, journaling about where I want this page to go. And because it is the Medial woman, I am leaning more into my intuition, and I am just wide open to how this may want to transpire. And I'm not even like, I'm just kind of going like I'm in the present moment, and I'm just kind of going step by step. I'm not looking too far ahead. And I just feel kind of called to work in this way, especially for this type of journal, which is the Medial woman. So I don't do this for, all my journals. Like my color journal, where I made a lot of videos on each page where I was doing color, I didn't work like that at all. So yeah, it just depends on the what the journal is about, like how I work. Ooh, now I am really loving this for her face, like a very abstracted kind of face. And over here, so now this is the Medial woman, you guys. So like anything is possible, okay? Like it's just wide open here. So I think I want like that. And I'm gonna try to retain like all of these, just beautiful designs here. Now, I don't know what to do with this part because I do love it and I don't want to cover it up. And, sometimes we just have to cover up things we don't want to cover up. I hate doing it as well. I don't like doing it because I just finished saying how much I loved this piece and how it's, integrated into the page, and I love it. And so I'm gonna try to see if I can kind of keep it somehow. Let's see here. That's gonna be kind of interesting. Okay, so I don't know if I want to put another figure on the page. I'm thinking I do, because I don't want to like cover up all of this. Like I want to, there's so much stuff I really love, so I can probably turn it into a figure. And so I think what I'm going to do, you guys, is I am going to put blue in the background. I'm just kind of feeling called to do that. And I'm going to keep this part here over here because I might turn it into a moon later on. So I'm going to get out my Prussian blue, which is, you know, it's kind of like a very dark blue, so it's not that far of a step away from this like ink over here, the Payne's gray. So let me just kind of like, so this spread is really quite a surprise to me, you guys. Like, I don't know, like I wasn't envisioning this. So this is like quite a like a delightful surprise, actually, to be quite honest. Like, it has a very mysterious look to me, and to me, it looks like my work, but it also kind of looks different, kind of. I don't know. That's just the way it is right now. Like, that could change, obviously, because this is still like my, you know, initial layers here. And I'm gonna turn this into like a circle. Now, because it's the Medial woman, you guys, like anything goes, so I'm not particularly going for like a realistic kind of feel to it. So as you can see, you guys, when I have like extra paint on my brush or my hands or whatever, I just put it on other pages because like I don't want to waste this. This is actually French paint. So yeah, I want to like not be frivolous with my paints. And I'm probably going to put another layer on top of this once this dries. And I don't know if I'm going to keep that like as a moon over there, but I'm just going to save it for right now in case I want to keep it. See, and I am keeping that, and I'm really like, that could be like part of her hair, or she's like, I don't know, she's the bridge between worlds, you guys. So yeah, maybe she's wearing a moon in her hair, who knows. But I'm gonna keep that little piece over there because I'm really liking it. Okay, now I'm thinking that this, like, I'm liking this part here, but this part of her body is too close to this part, all the black here, so it's not being differentiated enough. So I'm kind of thinking like, I don't know what to do. Part of me wants to put some collage on there, but I don't know. So when I don't know, I kind of ask myself the question and I go, oh, what should I do? No, I don't want that. Ooh, I like this. So you guys, I was making like a whole bunch of, and I made some videos. I made quite a few videos, actually. I made these little thumbnails on composition and collage, etc. And then what I did is I kind of ripped them up. I don't know if I dipped, I think I did dip this in tea, actually. So like, that is so beautiful. Look at that, you guys. And that's a great thing about collage is, you know, it was part of a larger piece and I ripped it up and then I soaked it in tea. And like, you know, sometimes like by itself, it's like, oh, okay. But then once you put it in a piece, like, it's just, it brings so much to it. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it can add so much to your art. Like, I'm really loving that, you guys. And I'm thinking I am gonna put like maybe orange in the background here. Maybe like an orangey kind of color, so that way it's gonna pick up on the orange that's already on there. And I've got some orange chalk paint. Ooh, look at that. That is beautiful, actually. So, okay, let me see, you guys, what I can do here. Ooh, look at that. That is really beautiful. And, oh, you guys, orange and blue is like my favorite, one of my very, very, very favorite color combinations, because they're complementary colors and it just makes everything just zing. I just absolutely love it, love it, love it. So this is actually perfect. And I don't know if I'm gonna cover like this part here. Yeah, I think I want to. Yeah, yeah, yep, 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 yep. Now, at this stage, you guys, I'm not really worried about, you know, like, say, the shape of the face and the neck and all of that stuff. That doesn't really concern me, because I'm just kind of blocking in, and I tend to work like large shapes to smaller shapes. So, you know, I'm just not even concerned about that at this point. And see, like, when it dries, if I put that on there, like, look at that, you guys. Ooh, I am loving this so much. So anyways, I am going to leave this over here, let it completely dry, and I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is, because I do have paint on my brush here, I'm just gonna kind of like, and this is how I normally work, you guys. I do work on, you know, a few pages at one time, and you know, even if it's just because I don't want to waste my paint, like, but sometimes I can actually like work on it, you know, because I like doing that, moving from page to page, journal to journal. It just depends on my mood. But I'm gonna put this big clothespin here and just kind of like keep that separate. Another thing I do sometimes is I take a paper towel. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't think I need to with this big clothespin, but I can just like lay it over top of the page and just close it if I'm gonna work on another page. And then I'm just gonna put this over here because I'm really loving that. So anyways, you guys, if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. I hope that this has been inspiring and given you new ideas of how to work in your own journals. And of course, you know, you do not have to take everything as is. You can just take a seed and then, you know, mix it in with your ideas, your techniques, the way you're working, the type of journal you're working in, and it can, you know, it can stay the same, or it can morph. You can take a little bit and mix it with, you know, something of yours and create something entirely different, or it can like be a seed and birth something completely new. But, you know, you take a seed of like a potential, I call it a seed of potentiality, and yeah, and just create something like completely new. That's, you know, just, yeah, there's, the sky's the limit, you guys. Anyways, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.